it just got very real as we have multiple New York Yankees updates to go over on the team right now regarding trades and what the team's plans are for the future as well, with stuff that nobody saw coming for this team right now, especially after reports earlier on during last MLB season that did make things pretty clear on one front, that now things are starting to change a bit, and we are going to go over why this is changing right now, what the Yankees are planning on doing, and much more as well. But guys, before we jump into everything, if you are a part of that 69% that's not subscribed to Yankees Digest, make sure to subscribe so you don't miss a single New York Yankees update. We have a lot of great videos coming out every single day that you don't want to miss out on, covering this New York Yankees free agency, the offseason, and everything that is going to happen with it. We are going to have videos out on every single move that's made 30 minutes after the video is 30 minutes after the move is released. There will be a video on it. So let's jump into the video. There's no reason to keep talking about this when there's a lot to go over right now with the New York Yankees, because this just got very, very real. Spencer Jones, who is absolutely ready to come up to the MLB for the Yankees and is seen by the New York Yankees staff as a true center fielder, according to Chris Kirschner, is now also being mentioned as a name on the trade block, with the Yankees looking like they now are more open to trading Spencer Jones than ever before, so they can go out there and add as much talent to this roster as humanly possible in effort of trying to win the World Series in 2026. Because of this, it does have a lot of implications on the Yankees, because obviously if they trade Spencer Jones, re-signing Cody Bellinger or Trent Grisham while also the pursuit of Kyle Tucker, those things kind of change because Bellinger becomes more important than ever, while also you start to wonder what Jason Dominguez's role is going to be. Is he going to move back to center field? There is a lot of different things that will come from these moves, but regarding Jones, we did see the update that the Yankees will be looking at trade offers. As Bob Nightingale said, after floating his name in trade talks for the past year, the Yankees could finally move one of their top prospects in Spencer Jones, as it was named here, because Bob Nightingale did list a few players who he expects to be in the MLB trade block this offseason, including Fernando Tatis, Joe Ryan, and Pablo Lopez, Hunter Green, Ketel Marte, Jaron Duran, Sandy Alcantara, Christian Walker, Nolan Arenado, Freddie Peralta, Mackenzie Gore, Stephen Kwan, Sonny Gray, Edward Cabrera, Mitch Keller, Luis Severino, and then Spencer Jones. With all that in mind, the Yankees, if they were to move Jones, the question is what exactly they'd move him for, because obviously it's going to be a win-now piece, a guy who is going to help the Yankees win in 2026. More than Spencer Jones is going to help the Yankees win in 2026, even though the Yankees would be forfeiting someone who does look like a future MLB star in every sense of the word, especially the way that he started out playing in AAA, showing that he's absolutely ready to be an MLB player right now. The Yankees want Spencer Jones on the lineup and on the roster, or they want to move him for something valuable, no matter what position that is. That could be another outfielder, because the Yankees do want to add another one. It also could be another starting pitcher, because the Yankees want to add another one. There's a bunch of starting pitchers on this list, including teams that have great pitchers and not great teams. I mean, for instance, Joe Ryan and Pablo Lopez on the Minnesota Twins, who are starting to fall off. Hunter Green, who's very young, but is definitely an option. Just there's health concerns. Sandy Alcantara, who's the only thing on the Miami Marlins, who even didn't really have a great year. Mackenzie Gore, who didn't really pan out to what we expected when he was a prospect with the Padres and then showed up in the Washington Nationals. Stephen Kwan, an outfielder who plays center field and makes a ton of sense for the Yankees, giving them a leadoff hitter. But basically what we're saying is there's a bunch of different names that we can watch for here. Now, here's where things get interesting. There was a report last summer in July from Jon Heyman that does make things a little bit different on the Spencer Jones front. As Jon Heyman said, teams with good/great pieces consistently ask about the Yankees about top prospect Spencer Jones. The Yankees are consistent on this too. They will only trade Spencer Jones and obviously others in a package for Paul Skeens, who is not available and not going anywhere. With that in mind, with it being clear that Paul Skeens is not getting traded over this offseason, even though there have been reports that some teammates have said that he does want to go to the Yankees, there is a lot of thought surrounding what exactly the Yankees would be open to trading Spencer Jones for. I mean, the man himself has a lot of value, and if you want to package him for an absolute superstar like Paul Skeens, there is going to have to be more added on to the trade. That's just the way this is going to have to go. But there is a lot to consider. I mean, Jones as a player was excellent in the minors last season with a 274 batting average and a 933 OPS. Jones, in his 438 at-bats, had 35 home runs. He had a lot of power in that bat, stole nearly 30 bases, as well as he's an excellent runner and a phenomenal fielder in the outfield. Again, he is a true center center fielder. The one concern about his game is that he strikes out a lot, but he's a power hitter. Power hitters tend to strike out a lot. It's not something that's breaking ground. Now, Byron Buxton becomes someone who now also looks available, plays center field, and would help the Yankees win today while giving them their leadoff hitter as well. Buxton hit 35 home runs this season with a 264 batting average, stole 24 bases. He's an excellent runner, excellent outfielder, has a gold and a platinum glove to his name for a reason, had an 878 OPS and a 136 OPS plus. His on-base percentage being a 327. Byron Buxton easily could slide into the Yankees' center field spot as an everyday role player, while the Yankees do have Buxton lead off, have Cody Bellinger trying to acquire him and bring him back to hit second, and Aaron Judge third. Leading off with your top three outfielders, while they also are all well above average offensive players, before you start to lean into the rest of the batting order that would follow in some order, most likely having Ben Rice at fourth, and Stanton at fifth, something around that before we start to head towards that back end where we'd see Jazz sixth, and then some variation of the shortstop, Austin Wells, and I say the shortstop because it will likely be Caballero for a bit while Anthony Volpe's hurt unless the Yankees make a different decision, and then obviously just figuring out that final piece, which, is likely just going to be Ryan McMahon at third base. So, as we know, the Yankees, they do have a chance to really upgrade their hitting, and they desperately need to upgrade their hitting in the real more than anything, getting a guy who could lead off. Now, I know hitting 35 home runs isn't exactly scream leadoff hitter, but the Yankees did lead off with Trent Grisham, who did get in the 30s as well for home runs, and Buxton is a much better contact hitter than Grisham as well, so this does make sense, especially giving them a base runner. And then also, it does change what you look at with Cody Bellinger, because then Bellinger would likely end up in left field at a full-time basis or a more consistent time basis if the Yankees did opt to re-sign Bellinger, as well at a 272 batting average last year, 29 home runs, phenomenal base runner, also a phenomenal fielder. The Yankees fielding would be incredible in the outfield. He had an 813 OPS and an OPS plus of 125. Bellinger is one of the top free agents on the market, as we see right here. Kyle Tucker is going to make around $40 million per year. Cody Bellinger's around 30. And then when we look at the outfielders after that, there's a pretty swift drop-off. I mean, we see Josh Naylor and Kyle Schwarber labeled here by Spotrac as potential outfielders. Naylor, yes, in a pinch would play it. Kyle Schwarber's a DH and nothing else. And Naylor is a first baseman at the end of the day. Nobody's signing Josh Naylor to be an outfielder. So after that, you see Trent Grisham, Ryan O'Hearn. You see the names drop off a bit. And I'm not saying there aren't good players out here. There definitely are. I mean, Harrison Bader, for instance, had an excellent playoffs with the Yankees a couple of years back and has been consistent everywhere he's went. I imagine the Yankees will hold some interest in him. Cedric Mullins will likely find some sort of platoon offer as well. So there will be guys out there who get money, but there's a swift drop-off after Tucker and Bellinger for high-level outfield play. Those are the only two high-level outfielders available. I mean, Trent Grisham's obviously great. Don't get me wrong. He's right. He's the easy third best outfielder in free agency, but at the same time, there's a lot for the Yankees that they'd have to consider. How much would they be willing to pay Cody Bellinger if they're also paying Byron Buxton? And on top of that, also then what happens with Jason Dominguez. Dominguez is expected to have an everyday role next year, had a 257 batting average with a 719 OPS, and OPS plus a 101, slightly below average offensive player for sure, but at the same time has shown a lot of potential in the MLB. I still think Jason Dominguez has a whole lot of star potential that the Yankees should likely try to use, because if they don't use it soon, he'll end up wasting away for way too long, and he won't be able to reach his potential because he won't get the opportunity to. But guys, what do you think? Do you think there's a chance this all goes down? Let me know in the comments down below. Like this video, subscribe, turn on post notifications. Have a wonderful, wonderful day, guys. Go Yankees.